I know some of you are very upset about the election outcome, but I'm here to tell you, don't worry. We've got this covered. Know how I know? Merrick Garland is on the case. Oh yeah. Trust Merrick Garland. He's got a plan. You know how I know? Because people kept telling me. When I was criticizing Merrick Garland from early on in the administration, I was criticizing this guy for not doing anything. I was told over and over again by all the smart people that I didn't know what I was talking about. Merrick Garland's got this. He's a career prosecutor. He prosecuted the Oklahoma City bomber. He knows what he's doing. Who are you? Who are you to question Merrick Garland? So that's how I know. People far smarter than me, just ask them. They'll tell you. They'll tell you how much smarter than me they are. They told me Merrick Garland's got this. Don't worry about it. I just don't understand how these things work. I was told, and I presume this is still the case, Merrick Garland was working from the ground up. See, Merrick Garland was going after Donald Trump like a mob prosecution, right? So he started with the low-level people, the people who attacked the Capitol. You know, the people who took shits on the floor in the Capitol, and then worked up from there. Maybe next he went after the guy with the horns, and then people whom, spray painted graffiti. Then they moved on to the people who assaulted police officers. He's working his way up. He's going to get Donald Trump, don't you worry. But what he was doing, is he was getting these low-level people, and then he gets them to flip. Just like the mob. That's right. You're catching on. So he gets these people, he prosecutes them, gets them to flip. Then they turn on Trump. Now we have evidence to use against Trump. Because apparently we didn't have any evidence against Donald Trump. We needed these people to flip. Well, we've prosecuted those people now. Any day they're going to flip. And Merrick Garland is still Attorney General. So you just think this election is over. Don't worry. Donald Trump's never going to take that oath of office. Merrick Garland is on the case. So what do all those smart people think now? Why is my face itchy? Right? What do those smart people who told me I didn't know what the hell I was talking about, what do they think now about Merrick Garland? And let me tell you about that brilliant strategy, because literally that's what people told me. I was screaming whoever would listen right from the beginning, long before Jack Smith was appointed, long before the January 6th committee in Congress even conducted any of their hearings. Right from the beginning, I was screaming to anyone who would listen, what the hell is Merrick Garland doing? What is he waiting for? He needs to get after this now. Okay, he can't wait. And these people would tell me, oh, he's just prosecuting this like the mob. He goes after the low-level people, gets them to turn, and then he goes against the higher-ups. And from the beginning, all these smart people, I told them how stupid that strategy is. That it actually makes no freaking sense. You know why? Because this isn't anything like the mob. You know why? Because in the mob, the people on the bottom were connected to the people up above them. And those people were connected higher up and higher up until you get to the mob boss. But they were all connected from the bottom to the top. There's no connection between the morons who stormed the Capitol on January 6th and Donald Trump. Donald Trump wasn't... See, in the mob, the boss gives an order, right, to the capos, and then they give an order to the lower levels, and then finally it gets to the guys on the street. But there is a direct chain of command from the mob boss to the low-level button pushers on the street. There's no direct connection between Donald Trump and the people who stormed the Capitol and took a dump in the hallway. Right? Donald Trump didn't give an order to somebody below him who gave another order, who finally gave an order to that guy to take a dump in the hallway. That's not how it worked. What was the connection between the hallway shitter and Donald Trump? That guy read a tweet from Donald Trump that said, come to Washington on January 6th. We'll be wild. So he showed up. Right? And then he listens to Donald Trump's speech, and Donald Trump sends them to the Capitol, and they do their thing. There was no direct chain of command between that guy and Donald Trump, or the thousands of others and Donald Trump. So say you snatch that guy taking a dump behind a statue in the rotunda, right? You get him, you prosecute him. That was Merrick Garland's brilliant prosecutorial strategy. Get that guy and then get him to flip. Who's he going to flip on? What is he going to give you? How is he going to give you evidence against Donald Trump? All he can do is point you to a tweet. Well, I came here because Donald Trump told me to. He sent me a tweet and so I'm here. That's all you're going to get. A tweet. That's not a connection you can prosecute Donald Trump on because he showed up because of a tweet. And then, but this was what all those smart people told me. All those people that you watch on NBC and CNN, MSNBC, and all these other places, all these high-paid legal professionals, this former federal prosecutor this and former federal whatever, all those geniuses, not all of them, I'm sure not all of them said this, but every damn one I can remember was saying that. Oh, take time. Oh, Merrick Garland's great. Harvard Law professor Lawrence Tribe. Oh, don't worry. Merrick Garland's got this. He was my student. He's great. He's not going to let Trump get away with this stuff. All these people, all these former federal prosecutors, oh yeah, I got to do this like a mob. What are you freaking talking about? So, any day now, right? Merrick Garland's on the case.